What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebec today, ZBCN. It is the 29th day of June, and here we are at about $0.00228, consolidating still. You know, it was looking like we might have been due for some type of a bounce, but it's not happening, man. Bitcoin today is up a little bit. A good bit of coins are up a little bit, and you're just not really having any life in you at all. You still could find support. I have hopes for double bottoms. I have less hopes for triple bottoms, and there's no hope for quadruple bottoms or anything past that. There's no hope for that. So, depending on how we react here, it's still possible. But again, I have less hopes for triple bottoms. One, two, three. That's what we have right now. We're doing the classic thing, the thing that I talk about all the time in various different videos, which is that you find support at an area, and then you come back down, you find support again, and it's lesser, and then it's even lesser, and inevitably you break through. That's how descending triangles form. Not that we have a descending triangle here, but again, you found support again, it was even lesser, and now you look like you're bleeding out. So you're probably going to break through. You're probably going to go to your next level. You spent enough time kind of consolidating in this range, giving people a chance to buy if they wanted to buy, giving people a chance to sell if they wanted to sell. Or most commonly what happens is they're actually buying up here or selling up here or selling down here, to be completely fair. Anyways, looking at the price action, I think we have a date with destiny to this golden ratio zone, from a low to a high. Oh, that was not the high. To be fair, that wasn't the low either. And that golden ratio would take us all the way down to $0.00217. And that makes sense. Zebec here, whenever it goes below the low that it established, it didn't do a terrible drop, did it? No, it just went slightly lower. And it worked its way down a little bit over time. Whenever it dropped through here, okay, it did dump a little bit more, in all fairness. But I'm just saying, from here, you get below these lows, dropping like this. I mean, that seems fitting for what we've done so far. And it's right in the golden ratio. If you were to drop at a more extreme level than that, perhaps we could go to the 786, 886, which would be around 0018 to 00166. Those are targets that are completely acceptable to consider. But for me, the true consideration remains at about the golden ratio at about 00217 to $002. Sorry, that was loud. Yeah, that's what I believe is going to happen, personally. And likely from there we find some support, and we probably even go to prices that are above where we are now after we find support there, and then inevitably we drop lower as we've got a lower high going on. It wouldn't be surprising to me at all if during this lower high we actually saw a break above this trend line, calling the future here in July, and people get excited. Oh, we broke the trend line. Yeah, you've been through this before, haven't you? You guys are going to learn so much. It's so great. You know what I mean? You've learned so much about how these trend lines really don't matter, how they're traps. As soon as you break above them, that's actually the time to sell and go short. You're learning so much. It's great. And sometimes you have to learn the hard way, but if that's how you learn, that's how you learn. It's how I learn. Anyways, I would expect that we do continue working our way down. We're probably going to see lower levels here than we had, even in February of this year. So new yearly lows coming in. That's the idea in the grand scheme of things. 1 hour time frame here. Looking at this bad boy, yeah, it doesn't look the best. The RSI is bearish, stochastics are bearish, the MACD is bearish. Yeah, they're all bearish. 4 hour time frame here. Same thing, right? Nothing exciting here. In fact, you're actually building bearish momentum as we're going down. You didn't even get to the zero. This thing is weak. It's very weak. Nobody's stepping in to buy. I saw, what was the narrative? There's something going on in Q3, right? In August or September, isn't there? There's something going on with ZBCN, some kind of partnership or update or whatever. You'll probably see some volatility to the upside on that news. But we've been through this before, right? I mean, just remember, right? XRP Las Vegas, huge announcements, partnerships, Stellar Lumens partnership, all this stuff, right? And that was at the top that people were excited for all that. Don't get overzealous for anything really in a bear market. Don't get overzealous. Daily time frame RSI is getting oversold. Typically entices a breakout. Makes sense. We're at a breakout level where we'd go down. It makes sense. Stochastics look bearish, and the MACD, you guessed it, looks bearish. They all look bearish on every time frame we've gone over. There's nothing else to talk about. We've talked about all of it. So with that, I leave you. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Again, you're just doing the classic bearish stuff. 382, 236, and down. 0.5, 382, and down. Golden ratio, 0.5, and down. You're probably going to continue to stair step. It's not that you're going to drop below this low tomorrow, overnight, next month. Maybe. Maybe next month. Maybe it happens. Probably not. But over time you're going to, and it could be by the end of next month that you drop below this low, but it could also take until August or even September before you get below this low, and then the real fun starts. Then the real fun starts, and we should see the pace pick up a little bit. Maybe something like this will come our way, take us around our all-time low areas, and yeah, I very much do believe. I know I said the video is over, but I very much do believe, regardless of what happens, whether we see new all-time lows, whether we bounce off the all-time low area again. Again, I don't believe in triple bottoms. I do believe in double bottoms more so. We were bullish actually at these lows when everybody's freaking out. The triple bottom, less likely. I believe in a slightly lower low. Um, Anything can happen. We can go below this low, still maintain a higher low overall, and then boom, then we're going to new all-time highs. We could see a lower low, boom, and then we're going to new all-time highs. We could see a triple bottom, and then boom, we're going to new all-time highs. And when we find our low, it's probably not immediate that we move up. I'm just saying that what I'm trying to get to here is that in time, I very much do believe that Zebec will see new all-time highs. I do believe that in time, probably 2028 or later, but in time you will see new all-time highs. I do believe if you're holding this for the long term, if you genuinely are, and you're not holding it to just sell it at lower levels, if you're genuinely holding it for the long term, you have nothing to worry about. You have some excitement coming your way because you're going to get a massive discount here soon, but that's really about it. Um, I very much do believe in the success of Zebec. It's just we're in a bear market and you're an altcoin. Even the most successful coins take a dump in these environments, and that's what I'm calling for. So hit that like button. Thank you all. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.